Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new DCW Heavyweight Champion, Shreddy!
Well, hello and welcome everyone as we kick off DCW Week, your triple size week of DCW. Not only Synergy tonight, Synergy on Thursday, and then live on pay-per-view this Friday night, Ante Up, presented on Apex Media. And there you see him, Walker Stewart, the new DCW Heavyweight Champion.
Well, it's a week of diamonds, certainly, and there is nothing shines brighter than Shreddy right here. This is your new DCW Heavyweight Champion.
I mean, he's certainly glistening. I mean, I'm recognizing it. Are you?
We're talking about Shreddy, the jack-stacked daddy himself. Has held nearly a dozen championships all across Europe, and now finds himself as the DCW Heavyweight Champion, looking to make that a world championship. As much like yourself, is leaving for Japan next week.
Yep.
Looking to take that title with him.
Yeah, I know all about it. Shreddy's been talking up to me about his Japanese travels, and he's looking to defend that title over his rising son. We're going to see if that comes to be sometime in the future.
Well, Shreddy made his way onto the scene here at DCW. He called his shot, said he wanted the title, and he got it. Defeating Andy D10 Hansen in an incredible main event here on Synergy. And now, let's hear from our champion for the first time.
Champ, we'd like to welcome you back to Diamond Championship Wrestling, and congratulations on the big win last week. If you want something doing right, do it yourself. I want you to get out of my ring right now so I can address my shredheads.
Well, it doesn't seem like there's many shredheads in the house, Walker.
Well, I'm one.
So we've got some good news and we've got some bad news for everyone in here tonight. We'll start with the bad news, and that is when I just made my entrance and I'm looking around at all you sweaty, smelly, inbred rednecks. It looks like we've just about got one full set of teeth in the building. But the good news is that the Lord Almighty has opened the heavens and personally hand-delivered God's greatest gift to mankind, to all of you here tonight, the Jack-Stack Daddy Shreddy!
Now that's how you make an introduction, Carmen.
Well, certainly a high opinion of himself on this man.
What sucks, I can't hear. I know most of you people probably didn't finish high school, so you can't speak proper Queen's English. So I'll slow things down just a little so you can understand what I'm saying to you. I want to give you a little insight into the life of Shreddy. I want to tell you what it's like being the World Warrior. My first day in this country, I worked for one of the biggest wrestling companies in the world, AEW, all the way in Las Vegas. My second show in this country, I walked in here, I walked down that ramp as challenger, and I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I walked out as your DCW Heavyweight Champion! Now you can boo me, you can like me, or you can dislike me, but you're going to have to learn to love the fact that Shreddy won this title all by himself, single-handedly. What was that? I can't understand what you're saying. Learn to speak English, please. But as well as becoming your DCW champion, as well as working for AEW, over the past couple of weeks, Shreddy has been on NXT TV. Shreddy has wrestled inside of a TNA ring. And unfortunately, Shreddy has had to come back to this dump, to the toilet of America, because I am just surrounded here by absolute crap. But tonight, I've got one more piece of good news for you all. I want you to take out your phones, if you can afford to have a phone, that is.
Oh, put that down,
I want you to take your phone out, turn on the flash, turn on the light, get ready to take your selfie, get ready to take your reel for social media, because tonight is the last time that you will see this DCW Heavyweight Championship title, because after tonight, Shreddy is taking this back home to the greatest country on earth, the United Kingdom, England. And for me, for the Jacked, when I'm talking, I expect the same noise that your partner makes in the bedroom. Absolute silence!
Well, we're about to turn up the noise a little bit in here, Carmen.
I'm sorry, I'm at a loss here. Did he just say what I think he did?
We have no time to talk about it. Right there, your former DCW Heavyweight Champion, Andy V10 Hansen, is in the building.
You mentioned right there, former champion. It was Shreddy making his debut who goaded Andy V10 Hansen into putting his title on the line. And unfortunately for Andy Hansen, losing that championship, his very first defense. I gotta say, I see the intensity in the eyes of Andy Hansen. I think he's coming to collect.
Shreddy, I'll be honest, I don't understand much of what you're saying. But you listen to me, Shreddy, focus on me. You robbed me. You stole that from me. And you talk about the last couple weeks. Well, the last couple weeks, I've been training. I've been in the gym. And I've been preparing for this moment to invoke my rematch clause. And I want that rematch in the main event tonight, Shreddy. I demand it. I challenge you. So if you're as great as you say you are you ready for the V10?
Well, that's his right as former champion.
So you mean to tell me that I can come here to DCW one last time and I can whip your ass for free? You're damn right that I'm going to whip your ass for free once more tonight, boy. The question is, are you ready for Shreddy? I'm prepared for any type of interference this time. I don't care who comes out here. I know one thing. I'm going to get back what's mine. I'm going to get back that DCW Heavyweight Championship. It sounds like you're a sore loser because I won this single-handedly.
Shreddy, easy, pal, easy. Did I just hear you say what's yours? Andy V10 Hansen, that does not belong to you. In fact, that title doesn't belong to Shreddy either. It belongs to Jack Passion. But before I get to you, let me get to you first, sir. Oh, sorry about that. My future's too bright. I gotta keep these on. But anyway, Shreddy, when I look at you and I see you come out to this ring, I don't really see a champion, and to be quite honest, I don't think you see it either.
Well, I think that you're blind and you need those glasses because the champ is here!
I don't think you understand the difference between you and I is I would never come out here and drop the heavyweight championship in the corner, not once, but twice. And that's simply because of the fact that that championship means everything to me. So you came to this country and you searched for gold. You wanted to be the heavyweight championship. But the difference between a guy like you and a guy like me is I need to be the heavyweight championship. You understand that? So I know you came from across the pond, Governor, and you're over here and you're gonna do everything you're gonna do. Yeah, I know you're gonna make fun of me, but the reality is that you don't belong here. So why don't you take a step back, assume the position, and when I look you in the eye, you know the difference between a real man and just some pretender here in Diamond Championship Wrestling. Andy V10 Hansen. You want to know what the reality is? The reality is that a guy like you don't really have anything on a guy like me. Because I'm a better talker than you. I could come out and talk circles around you. I'm a better wrestler than you. I've been doing this for 3 years now. And what, you've been doing this for a year and a half? And what do you have to show for it? Sure, you're gonna come out here and you wanna placate to the people. You wanna make sure that it means everything to them, but the reality is, it's not about them. It's about being number one. And when you're done here, you're gonna go home to your family. You're gonna go home to your wife. You're gonna go home to your newborn son with absolutely nothing to show for it because you're not good enough. So, gentlemen, as much fun as this has been, I have other business to attend to. So I don't care if it's you, Shreddy, or you, V10 Hansen. Whoever wins the heavyweight championship, it's just an opportunity to step into the ring with the man, the rarity, the best of the best. And if you don't know already, well, you guys know the rest.
Well, Jack Passion making his intentions clear. He's coming for the heavyweight championship no matter who wins in our main event tonight. A blockbuster announcement. In our main event, Shreddy with his first title defense against Andy V10 Hansen.
You better get ready for Shreddy.
Well, folks, we got to take our first commercial break. Do not go anywhere. More DCW to come after this.
All these notes are so blah.
Why don't you try these new cinnamon pebbles?
Cinnamon.
Baked into every bite.
Noted.
That's blah. Boy, yabba dabba do y'all.
Squish the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
You make me feel so miserable.
Flonase relieves your worst allergy symptoms so you can start feeling better the same day and save your relationship with nature. Flonase.
Help! I've called the paramedics.
Oh, William got home safe.
And you won't believe it. He remembered his trumpet.
Oh, God, I forgot to let the dog.
It's okay. Liam's walking him right now.
Such a relief.
You got kids?
Family-proof your family with Life 360.
opening contest is scheduled for one fall and is a non-title bout. Introducing first, from McAllen, Texas, Bill Different, Donald Blake.
We're back here at DCW Synergy. Carmen Michael and the voice of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Walker Stewart, on the call. And, well, it seems like we're getting ourselves a rematch from 2 weeks ago here on this very show as Donald Blake, once again calling out Lash LaFlair. He wants to be able to put away the Diamond Destiny champion, earn himself a shot at the championship this weekend on Ante Up II.
I'm a big fan of second opportunities, Carmen. I'm a big fan of rematches, including what we're going to see in our main event of tonight's DCW Synergy episode. The DCW Heavyweight title soon to be on the line. I can't wait. This is going to be one to watch, too.
And again, folks, a quick programming note. Don't forget, you get double your Synergy this week as Thursday, our next episode of Synergy, our go-home special for the Ante Up II pay-per-view taking place this Friday.
And his opponent, from Mobile, Alabama, he is the Diamond Destiny champion, the realest champ,
The realest champ, Lash LaFlair, really had a rough go of it. The last time we saw him here on DCW Synergy, we saw him trapped in the ring skirt as Donald Blake relentless in his assault, ultimately in a disqualification for Donald Blake. However, here tonight, Donald Blake has to get a victory if he wants to challenge for that championship this weekend.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can only call yourself, of course, the realest champ as long as you're
Still in my mode, let's go. Playing just to see if the buzzer break. That phone sheet, let's start the clipping with shoot until the muzzle break. I'm still up the pole, I'm ready to blow. Hold up, turn me up, I'm ready to blow. Still in my mode, let's go. See when you ignorant, is you younger, belligerent, or is you consciously stupid? I mean, like presently
Donald Blake, Derek Jagger,
and
the Lash LaFlair. So you see what it's all about for the Diamond Destiny Championship. Lash LaFlair, one of the most beloved athletes here on the DCW roster. Hands the title over. Once again, folks, non-title matchup. Here to kick things off, DCW Synergy. You mentioned it, Walker, later to come in our main event. Heavyweight title on the line as the world-traveled Shreddy looking to defend against Andy V10 Hansen.
Yeah, we have a great night of action set for you here tonight, and this is the first in-ring contest of the evening, but we already saw our main event set up earlier on in the night. I got to ask you here, Carmen, I know you're the one who likes to do a lot of the questioning around here, but who do you got between Lash LaFlair and Donald Blake? I mean, these two men evenly matched last time, but it was Donald Blake who really had to resort to underhanded tactics to find one over LaFlair.
But if we're coming down to a battle of strikes that we see opening up the contest, I got to go with Donald Blake. However, it's all about desperation right now. This is a must-win situation for Donald Blake if he wants a shot at that championship this weekend live on pay-per-view. He has to walk out of here with a victory.
Current DCW Diamond Destiny
into the cover,
champion.
into the cover.
Former DCW Junior Heavyweight Champion as well. That title vacated off the back of a double pinfall that was happening just about a few weeks ago. And now it is, of course, Lash LaFlair who is going to try and represent over Donald Blake tonight as the Diamond Destiny Champion.
Well, it's really opened up the Junior Heavyweight division really wide open. Anyone could become champion here in these next few weeks as Donald Blake clubbing blow to the back of Lash LaFlair. Blake swarming him. Got to be careful not to be disqualified here. Got to make sure he's listening to the officials' count now. Gut-wrench suplex, just releasing Lash LaFlair midair. Going for the cover. Hooks the leg in it, 2.
Kick out at 1 there, and, you know, we talk about built different Donald Blake, a man straight out of McAllen, Texas. You know, it's a long drive away from McAllen, Texas here to Mobile, Alabama. It's a lot of time for Donald Blake to be stewing in the car ride over, or maybe, I don't know if he rides the horse over here, I'm not too certain. But, you know, you understand the point. A lot of time to focus on your intention against Lash LaFlair here tonight.
I'll say maybe if he left last Tuesday on the horse.
I understand.
But if you're Donald Blake, how do you approach this matchup here against Lash LaFlair, knowing this is a must-win situation, Walker?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to come in the aggression, and that's what we've seen a lot of so far recently. It's been a lot of the strike game has been on the side of Donald Blake. Lash LaFlair needs to try and duck and weave a couple of these shots. Now, right now, he's not having any luck.
Yeah, Lash LaFlair certainly has a speed advantage in this matchup. He's going to be looking to utilize that. Meanwhile, Donald Blake going to try to inflict as much punishment on in these early moments, try to weaken the champion, make sure he's not able to utilize that speed. Now, how wise is this, Walker, just toying with the champion?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that we saw a lot of the last time these two faced off 2 weeks ago. And we saw that didn't exactly end in the cleanest of fashions, and knowing that fact, Donald Blake, I don't think he's trying to repeat history tonight. I think he wants a victory over Lash LaFlair. He needs this victory over Lash LaFlair.
Right now, working on the knee of Lash LaFlair. LaFlair, of course, with a history of knee issues. Blake doing his best to keep LaFlair grounded. A lot of trash talk here from Donald Blake.
Yeah.
Wasting a little too much time.
I hate to say it, that's a lot of trash talk from a man who hasn't beaten Lash LaFlair in the past few weeks.
No!
Oh, but that kitchen sink knee drop might do the trick.
Here he comes. Dropping the leg across the chest into the cover. And a kick out again at 2. Get a good look at that face. Donald Blake, you talked about the aggression. We've known him to be the aggressor time and time again. Look at this. Hold on just a second.
This is fairly aggressive right here.
You can't do it this way.
And Donald Blake does not want to get on the wrong side of this official.
Swing and a miss for the championship. LaFlair now.
Wait a minute.
On to the title.
Oh, brutal.
Wait a minute.
And
the official calling for the bell.
And this has been called off here.
I'm not sure if that was intentional on behalf of Lash LaFlair.
Oh, that is absolutely unruly.
Ladies and gentlemen, per the referee's decision, your winner by disqualification, built different, Donald Blake.
Well, that is 2 disqualifications in the past, 2-3 weeks now that we've seen between Donald Blake and Lash LaFlair. This is certainly something that needs to be settled.
But most importantly, Donald Blake with a well-needed victory here against Lash LaFlair. He didn't pin or submit the champion, but still going down in the rule book, in the history books rather, as a victory over Lash LaFlair. What does this mean for the title this come Friday?
Yeah, that's an incredible question, and that's something that you're going to have to stay tuned for. Diamond Championship Wrestling on all social media platforms. Diamond Destiny champion Lash LaFlair certainly going to have a lot on his mind heading in to Ante Up.
Jefferson, spend 30, get 10.
Do your thing, dope boy.
Totino's Pizza Rolls.
Tastes like a touchdown.
Paso, the old El Paso.
Spend $30 on General Mills products, get a $10 reward.
I love your nervous smile. I love that you always sing the wrong words. How you see the best in people and knowing what melts you. Honey? Hi.
The irresistibly smooth chocolate of Lindor, made to melt the one you love this Valentine's.
Today we're unboxing Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear. Wow! These wavy edges tear so much better than ordinary squares. And it's way softer. Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear, definitely recommend. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
This is a meal. We're talking a good food that makes you feel good meal. You feeling that? Now, meal this. A salad for the first time in a week meal. A catching up with your ex meal.
So, how's your mom?
Been there. Ooh, a scoring cool dad points meal.
Obviously.
Thank you. Do I spy an I need 5 minutes to myself meal? Whatever you're feeling, at Panera, it just meals good.
Well, hello and welcome back to DCW Synergy, folks. After what we just saw, it has been made official. This Friday night, live on pay-per-view, Ante Up II. Built different Donald Blake will be challenging for the Diamond Destiny Championship against Lash LaFlair.
Well, Donald Blake has a hell of an opportunity, but we have not seen a clean finish to a matchup like this between Lash LaFlair and Donald Blake. I'm not sure if Blake has what it takes just yet, but he has his opportunity to prove it coming up at Ante Up II.
Well, folks, we're going to keep the action rolling right along. Up next, it's Bobby Ford taking on Walter Alexander.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Knock'em Stiff, Ohio, at a weight of 200 pounds, He is the Blood Diamond of professional wrestling, Walter Alexander.
He calls himself the Blood Diamond of professional wrestling, perhaps one of the most violent individuals here at Diamond Championship Wrestling. Walter Alexander stepping up to the plate here tonight to face off against a man who we recently saw debut here on DCW Synergy, a man who really took the world by storm in the Livewire Bobby Ford.
Yeah, straight out of Memphis Wrestling is Livewire Bobby Ford, and he's facing off against a man who has been around the block a time or two here in DCW in Walter Alexander. How will Ford fare tonight? We find out right now.
And his opponent from Memphis, Tennessee, at a weight of 187 pounds, Livewire Bobby Ford.
It was 2 weeks ago here on DCW Synergy. We saw Livewire Bobby Ford facing off against the wild card Ace Lee. And well, if you thought the chip on his shoulder was already large, Walker, he wants us to talk about this shirt.
Okay, I mean, it is a nice shirt, certainly. I mean, there's a wolf on it. It's a nice wolf.
I didn't know Kmart was still in business.
Well, hey, you don't say that about Livewire Bobby Ford. They still might have a couple out in East Memphis, certainly no West Memphis. So it is Bobby Ford who is set to compete in singles competition here tonight against Walter Alexander. One-on-one, and Carmen, this is one that as soon as I saw Bobby Ford announced for this episode of DCW Synergy, I could not wait to see who he was going to face off against. Walter Alexander being the name. Great pick.
Bobby Ford certainly was confident here in his debut, and if anything, that confidence has grown. Really has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way in the locker room. What I'm gathering, you're a bit of a fan, Walker.
Well, I mean, I respect confidence, and I respect someone's fresh take, someone's fresh approach to professional wrestling. There's too many cats out here trying to play it safe, too many cats out here trying to play by the rules, and well, I appreciate the fact that Livewire Bobby Ford, at the very least, is willing to walk his own path.
And so you certainly don't play by the rules by the name of Livewire as the East Memphis, Tennessee native. Set for action here against, you mentioned it, really a mainstay of DCW. He's been here since 2018. Walter Alexander really looking to get on a roll here in 2026. Has yet to do that thus far, but a win over one of Memphis wrestling's finest. And Bobby Ford certainly would do wonders for his career.
Sure, there's no doubt about it, especially for the reputation around here in Diamond Championship Wrestling. That is a jump shot right there from Livewire Bobby Ford. You talk about the aggression here, Carmen, and Livewire, you certainly feel it. I mean, tension in this building you can cut through with a knife right now.
Exploding right out of the corner immediately on the assault. Speaking of which, a right hand from Walter Alexander.
Wow. No one throws punches like that anymore. I love that.
Walter bringing the fight here. Not going to back down. Just barreling through. Bobby Ford now delivers with a body slam. Look at this approach from Walter Alexander. Really unorthodox as he gets Bobby Ford up on the shoulders, going for the patented airplane spin.
I like this here, Carmen. This is a real throwback that we're getting out of Walter Alexander.
They have thrown off the equilibrium of both competitors. They get a stiff right hand from the man from Knock'em Stiff. Bobby Ford takes a tumble all the way to the outside.
How far is Mobile, Alabama? How far is the bullet from Knock'em Stiff?
You know, I'd have to pull up Google Maps. Really don't want to pull up my phone here while we're here.
I knew I stumped you somewhere.
I figured you drove through there on the way back from Oklahoma.
Oh, no.
It's going to be a rough drive for Bobby Ford on the way home.
Yeah, no doubt.
You see the welts already forming across the chest and back of Bobby Ford. Things getting ugly here on the outside. As our official, Daniel Fairley, getting the competition back in the ring. Bobby Ford now mounting Walter Alexander. Walter doing his best to play defense here.
Yeah, Walter's got to get his hands up and not just above his head, but over his skull. Try and defend against those shots from Bobby Ford. But right now, not a lot of defense for Walter Alexander when Ford can walk like this.
Ford in firm control. Walter trying to fight back. Alexander. Oh.
You know, Carmen, this is easily one of those matches. We're a few weeks away now, or rather, we're within the week of DCW Ante Up II, and this is maybe one of the last statement-making opportunities that you can have to get an opportunity at our upcoming pay-per-view event. You are not going to want to miss either of these two men if they are to be at Ante Up II on that evening.
And what a week it is to be a DCW fan, folks.
Right.
3 times you can watch DCW this week. Not just tonight, but then Thursday night, our next edition of Synergy, and then Friday night, live on pay-per-view, streaming on Apex Media. Ante Up II. We already know the Diamond Destiny Championship will be on the line as Built Different Donald Blake challenges Lash LaFlair. You got to imagine, you mentioned it, these two looking to make a statement.
Wow.
And I'm getting word right now, folks, after two separate disqualifications leading up to the matchup this coming weekend, it has now been made official that Diamond Destiny Championship match will be no disqualifications. Bobby Ford almost there with a victory.
Well, no disqualification between Lash LaFlair and Donald Blake. We're going to have to batten down the hatches because it's going to get dangerous.
May the better man win. Bobby Ford targeting the lower back of Walter Alexander. You can see the damage done thus far. Walker, I got to ask you, in your expert opinion, how can Walter Alexander get back into things here?
Yeah, it's a very difficult game for the Blood Diamond right now. Right now you see that blood choke being applied by Bobby Ford. I mean, it's a very difficult hold to work your way out of. You got to try and find the ropes right now, though. At least force the referee to get on your side a little bit here.
Our official checking to make sure this isn't a chokehold as Walter trying to use that momentum, finds his way back to his knees. Excellent technique here from the Blood Diamond. Walter fights his way out off the ropes, right into a back elbow.
That is dangerous.
Bobby Ford making it look easy, folks.
It's those sudden snapshots, those quick jabs from Bobby Ford that really make the difference maker in situations like this. You're certainly feeling it here with Walter Alexander.
The crowd here chanting for Walter Alexander. When's the last time we heard this?
Yeah, it's been a long time, but I think they found someone that they dislike just a little bit more in Livewire Bobby Ford.
No kidding. Bobby Ford, I mentioned, rubbed a lot of people in the locker room the wrong way. Certainly rubbed a lot of fans the wrong way here in his last outing. This is a man who does not care what the fans think. Walter Alexander looks out on his feet, folks. Bobby building up the momentum, and again, Alexander face. Wait a minute!
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Alexander firing up!
I love it!
Who saw this coming?
The straps come down at night.
Vicious right hand from Walter Alexander bringing down the live wire. Bobby Ford sent flying. My God! Where has this been?
I could get behind this from Walter Alexander.
I was going for that Abigail's Kiss codebreaker. Ford had it scouted now, hoisting Alexander to his shoulders. Oh! Looking to put Alexander to sleep. And now makes his way up top. He's going for that high voltage elbow drop, folks. This move has put away many a competitor all across the Southeast. Elbow right to the heart. And that's going to do it.
Here is your winner, Livewire, Bobby Ford.
Well, Bobby Ford wanted to make a statement, and that statement was delivered clear here tonight against Walter Alexander.
Absolutely incredible victory for the Livewire and Bobby Ford. You got to make sure that you don't get shocked after a battle like that.
Bobby Ford not leaving the ring. Looks like he's calling for the microphone.
Yeah, well, we don't have it. Well, something on the mind of Livewire Bobby Ford, and I think that wire's about to let loose.
I take it there was something about that some of y'all didn't like. Y'all sound a little mad. Like you're in a tizzy. like you have a problem with the live wire Bobby Ford introducing himself as the man around here. But look, I understand you're upset. I understand it didn't go the way you wanted it to. I'm gonna show y'all something funny. I'm gonna show you something hilarious. I'm gonna show you something that just might make you giggle. Say what if you kiss your sister? Everybody, if I could have your attention, please. On the video board above the entrance ramp. Here we go.
That's Uncle Earl.
Oh my God.
Well, there's nothing funny
about
that.
For the uneducated, for the informed, the uninformed, much like the man in the picture, uneducated and uninformed. That is local professional wrestler here at Diamond Championship Wrestling, Uncle Earl. Oh, y'all like Uncle Earl? Is that what I'm hearing? That's probably because you're all related to him in one way or another. Now, you guys, sorry, y'all, down here in Alabama see Uncle Earl like that. Do y'all see a tough guy? Yeah, y'all see a tough guy? You see a strong, independent man? Do you see a boxer? Because I see a guy who eats a box of Little Debbie's every night. I'm going to show y'all a picture of how I see Uncle Earl, if y'all don't mind. If you would please return your attention to the video board. I know you love looking at me, but I have to show you something. All right, for everyone in attendance who can't read, which is the majority of you, I'll read it to you. Sound it out with me. Manure pile smackdown. Uncle Earl says, "Let me box ya." I take that as a challenge. Some of y'all might not know the live wire Bobby Ford is an immensely decorated amateur boxer. I see a picture like that of that man calling himself a boxer, and I'm offended. I'm upset. It's ridiculous. I would knock your boyfriend out in 2 seconds flat if you were pretty enough to get one. So, in 2 weeks' time, right here in the Bullet Bob Armstrong Memorial Arena, in front of all you toothless hicks, I'm challenging Uncle Earl to a 3-round boxing match. And that's 2 more rounds than I need. Take it straight from me, the live wire Bobby Ford.
The challenge has been issued for a boxing matchup this weekend, live on pay-per-view, Ante Up II. I gotta imagine Uncle Earl is gonna accept the challenge, Walker.
Well, you have to imagine so, but I mean, Uncle Earl, we haven't seen him anywhere.
Well, folks, we're gonna find some answers, but don't go anywhere. More DCW to come right after this.
The beach is always just a lime away. Corona, La Playa awaits.
Some dream of curling up on the couch for the night. Others dream of spending all day in their outdoor oasis.
You're my favorite.
Whatever the dream, it's in reach. At IKEA, dream the possibilities.
I take myself up to keep from snacking.
You should try Wonderful Pistachios. They're tasty and healthy.
Delicious. High five.
See you out there.
Introducing new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
Everybody come clap your hands. Oh, don't you know when you dance, you've got to smile or you can't cry. Try it a while, you'll be surprised. Baby,
float.
It's a rock and roll
Hop,
music. I said
spin, and slide like an original. The original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
You know where I wanna go, dancing in the afterglow, sunset putting on a show. Oh, whoa.
Wellness perfectly picked for you. Now at Target.
Just stress sweating through my 3rd set of scrubs. Totally normal, very healthy. I'm sure it's not a sign of emotional unraveling.
You need new Secret Clinical Antiperspirant, STAT. Secret gives 3 times more stress sweat protection.
Thanks. Got a punch.
Secret, stay fresher under pressure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Citron Hill, Alabama,
at a weight of 170 pounds, the Kid.
The master of the Kid Cross looking to come out and play. Here as we march towards Ante Up II live on pay-per-view. His eyes set on the Junior Heavyweight Championship. A lot of questions are up in the air regarding the championship, Walker.
I'll tell you right now, the DCW Junior Heavyweight Championship, that's no child's play. This is professional wrestling. And if the Kid wants his opportunity at the Junior Heavyweight title, he has to prove something here tonight. We have singles action coming up next.
Two of the most electric stars in DCW set for competition as we await the wild card, Ace Lee.
And his opponent from Magic City, Alabama, he is the wild card, Ace Lee.
Ace Lee exploding onto the scene just a few short months ago here at DCW has already really catapulted himself to the top of the junior heavyweight division.
Well, it's easy to do whenever, you know those people, Carmen, where you can look at them and you know they just have something. They have that it factor. That's what professional wrestling can revolve around sometimes. Championship opportunity, though, is only going to revolve around victories, and we saw that the last time that we saw Ace Lee in a DCW ring as well.
Look at that. Impressive athleticism. Let me tell you, folks, everywhere I'm going, I'm hearing the name Ace Lee. A lot of folks talking about the wild card. A lot of people saying if I could start a promotion of my own, I would really build it around this man right here, the wild card, Ace Lee. Up for a tough fight here tonight against the former junior heavyweight champion, the former heavyweight champion, the Kid.
I've met a lot of aces in my career. I've worked with many aces in my career. One of my favorite aces recently retired in the Tokyo Dome this year, and I think I found a new favorite right here in Ace Lee.
Hey, I mean, the position's opening.
The wild card is incredible. All right, this is one of those men, I can't say this enough. I laid eyes on him for the first time, and I was automatically captivated by what he could do inside that ring, and that also aids in the connection he's made with the DCW faithful. That's going to take him a long way.
Ace Lee is as fast as he is. He's certainly equally as strong. We talked about the football background of Ace Lee, certainly someone who plays well on a team. However, he works equally as well on his own. This is a man, 425-pound squat, 400-pound deadlift, 315-pound bench. We're talking about someone who could lift you, Walker.
Yeah, well, you're right about that.
Probably lift us both at the same time.
Well, I don't know about that, but you're right. Wild card Ace Lee is absolutely incredible, an incredible strength-based athlete, but it's not just the strength as the cover here. Carmen, it's not just the strength, it's his ability to maneuver on those ropes as well that make him very unique for a man the size of Ace Lee.
Oh. Both men looking to put this away early.
Ace Lee, not the tallest of individuals, incredibly muscular.
Has him sacked.
Whoa, hold on, we're going back and forth here.
Both these athletes evenly matched thus far. And a stalemate here from the Kid and Ace Lee.
I love it. You know, we talk about the differences between Ace Lee and the Kid. Ace Lee has that muscular physique I was referring to earlier on, and the Kid doesn't exactly match pound for pound in that same way, but the Kid has a lot of experience here in DCW. You talked about a former heavyweight champion as well. There's certainly a lot to look forward to for the Kid here in the junior heavyweight division.
Well, the Kid's certainly no stranger to being the underdog. He's often looked down on. This is someone, cover. Dealt with a lot of bullying growing up and now made his way to DCW. He's had to fight some of the top dogs here at DCW. He's never once backed down from a fight, and he's not going to back down here tonight, even against the caliber of competition he has against wildcard Ace Lee.
Yeah, I've never known a professional wrestler who has never had to wrestle another opponent, and that being their own personal demons. So the Kid, certainly an emotional weight coming into here tonight. Just as well, it will be heading into DCW Ante Up II coming up just within this week alone. I mean, the Kid is going to be looking forward to something big.
Airing this Friday night live on pay-per-view, streaming on Apex Media. Be sure to check social media for more details. The Kid showing off some impressive athleticism of his own.
Wow, I like it.
Fast-paced action here between the Kid and the wild card.
It's only what you can expect here in the DCW Junior Heavyweight Division. The fastest of the fastest, the best of the best. And whoa! Beautiful monkey flip there from the Kid.
Launching wildcard Ace Lee across the ring, and now the Kid looking to stay on top of things. Basement clothesline into the cover. An emphatic kick out there from wildcard Ace Lee. I think the crowd really torn here on who to who to cheer for. Both men certainly fan favorites here at the Bullet Bob Armstrong Memorial Arena. And for those of you watching, there's still time to join us live this weekend on pay-per-view. Be sure to get your tickets. Come join us here in Mobile, Alabama at the beautiful Bullet Bob Armstrong Memorial Arena. Tickets are on sale now. Beautiful drop kick from Wildcard Ace Lee right to the midsection. Into the cover. Will this be enough? No. And the kid still hanging in there.
Wildcard Ace Lee trying to scramble enough to put something together here, and this scoop up might do the job. As flattening down the kid here, Carmen.
Into the cover.
2.
What a matchup this has been thus far. What a night it has been thus far, and still more to come, folks, if you can believe it. Up next in our main event, the DCW Heavyweight Championship on the line. As the new champion, Shreddy, looking to defend against Andy V10 Hansen. The man coming to collect. He's coming to capture the title that he says that he should have never lost.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and that's going to be one to watch, certainly. But from the heavyweight division, Carmen, and talking more, a little bit further about the division, these two men are a part of the junior heavyweight. Wait a minute.
Inside cradle, inside cradle.
No, just 2 count only. I mean, the kid and Ace Lee, both of these men, we don't have a junior heavyweight champion right now. Either one of these men would have been an incredible shot for the DCW junior heavyweight title. But we don't have a situation set.
This is an opportunity for both men to impress the powers that be in the office at DCW. Perhaps put themselves in contention for the championship. Ace Lee with a kid in his sights. What does he have in mind?
Oh, watch it, watch it.
Oh, yeah, moonsault wiping out the kid.
Oh, Ace is high tonight in Mobile, Alabama.
Ace Lee got to capitalize. He's got to get the kid back in the ring, Walker. Ace Lee now into the cover. Will it be enough? Still unable to put away the kid. It really goes to show just how important this matchup is for both competitors here, Walker.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you see the rear chin lock locked in right now for Wildcard Ace Lee on the kid, and that can easily transition into a blood choke. It's not going to cut off your win, but it's going to do something a little more dangerous.
Look at the torque right here. He's placing the knee right between the shoulders, really able to wrench back on the arms. The kid to his feet, looking to rise back up, try to alleviate a little bit of the pressure.
Yeah, that was a hard way for the kid to make his way to his feet, but still managed to do so here. Watch Wildcard here, Carmen.
Now hoisting him up once again. Showing off that power game. The kid able to fight out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hopping over into the armbar. We could have a submission.
This would be incredible.
It's our official, Matthew Gibson, checking on the shoulders here, making sure Ace Lee doesn't have his shoulders on the mat.
Yeah, and now the clasp of those hands. Cover here. No.
Each man very wise here.
No.
Oh, my God.
I can't.
Look at this!
Oh, man.
Look at the power from Ace Lee. Delivering with a power bomb onto the kid. And now taking a look around. What's he have in mind here?
Watch it, Ace Lee.
Springboard moonsault, nobody home.
Ace Lee took just too much time there. The kid has to capitalize now.
Kid now charging in. Delivers with the uppercut. Kid looking to build that momentum, brings down Lee. This is a man who worked hard, trained for 2 years in the Diamond Mine Academy. Really worked his way up from the bottom here at DCW, going for the suicide dive, wiping out the wild card. Both men throwing caution to the wind. Now you see the desperation from the kid trying to get wild card back into the ring. He wants to win this match, center of the ring. Going for the kid cross.
Oh.
Wild card had it scouted. Step up insecurity. Wild card Ace Lee now charging in over the top rope with a guillotine.
Hard hot shot right there from Wild Card Ace Lee.
Incredible vertical leap there. And now the wild card looking to fly.
Well, this could be major here. Ace Lee looking to take it from the top.
Off the top rope. 450 splash.
Oh, but not. Wait a minute. What the?
Locker room clear now. This is pillars of pain.
Yeah, that's Mason Mosley, Leo Valentino. What are they doing here?
interrupting what was an incredible match here to lay boots to the kid and Ace Lee and Lash LaFlair.
Yeah, Lash LaFlair's out here. That's the Diamond Destiny champion.
The locker room clearing out.
What the?
There's a former junior heavyweight champion, Brian Baudelaire.
There are a lot of junior heavyweights piled into the ring right now, Carmen.
All-out mayhem here on DCW Synergy.
Ooh.
We're desperately trying to get things back in control. And the battle lines have been drawn here between these 6 competitors. Folks, we're trying to restore order. We'll be right back with your main event.
You think about T-Mobile home internet only being $35 a month.
We need to take your mind off of this. Come check out my new man cave.
T-Mobile's got home internet, just $35 a month, and it's guaranteed for 5 years.
Introducing the new GLP-1 pill on Ro. It's the same weight loss ingredient as the shot, now in a pill. The first ever FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss on Ro, with an innovative formula that finally unlocks real GLP-1 results in a pill. 1 pill a day to lose 14% of your body weight in a year. The lowest price FDA-approved GLP-1 ever. Now on Ro.
The beach is always just a lime away. Corona, La Playa awaits.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, scheduled for one fall, is your main event and is for the DCW Heavyweight Championship.
Well, the stakes cannot get any bigger tonight, Walker. Our main event of Synergy, as Andy V10 Hansen, the former champion, looking to regain the title that he lost just a few short weeks ago. He's fired up, he's ready for competition. You see the tag team championship draped across his shoulder, looking to become a double champion once again, not coming alone.
Andy Hansen said that he is well aware of the fact that interference cost him last time, all thanks to Jack Passion, just a few short weeks ago. Bringing back up in the form of the DCW Tag Team Champion, Thaddeus Collins. Good Lord, that's a great game plan. Let's see if it pays off for him here.
And you see the back of the shirt of Thaddeus Collins saying big boy status, and I could not agree more. Andy V10 Hansen certainly with a great equalizer here tonight for our main event. You got to ask yourself, what is the mindset of Andy Hansen entering tonight's main event after losing that championship, his very first defense? He handled it well, defending the tag team titles the very next week, but now he finds himself in the ring with the man who pinned him after that devastating spear, the man who took that title away in Shreddy.
Who's the daddy?
Well, you hear the sirens, folks. That could only mean one thing. The DCW Heavyweight Champion. You've seen him on your TV screens recently for AEW, WWE, and TNA Wrestling. This man has taken over the globe, and he has taken over DCW. Looking to make that championship a world championship. You see it?
I will. He's the DCW Heavyweight Champion. Hey, listen, I'd like to hear a little bit more gravitas in your voice when you introduce our DCW Heavyweight Champion, because he's not only jacked, but he's stacked, and he's your daddy. That's Shreddy, the first ever British DCW Heavyweight Champion. I'd like to hear some respect on the name.
Well, first of all, I'd like to see a paternity test, because I don't talk like that, Walker.
Wow, well, I definitely got a little more southern in your voice.
The Jack Stack Daddy, Shreddy, has held 10 championships all across Europe, has come over here to the U.S. with only one intention. That is to take a championship from the United States and take it around the globe. And, well, folks, he heads to Japan next week. We'll see if he's able to do it. I mean, get a good look at it, folks. You cannot deny that is a genetic specimen right there. The top 1% of the top 1%. Shreddy, a former bodybuilding world champion, now looking to become a wrestling world champion. And folks, without further ado, we're going to throw it to the ring. David Storm for our main event introductions.
Introducing first, the challenger. By way of Talladega, Alabama, he is one half of the DCW Tag Team Champions, Andy V10 Hansen. And his opponent, from London, England, he is a world warrior and your reigning DCW Heavyweight Champion, the Jacked, Stacked Daddy Shreddy!
Well, Carmen, not a lot of shred heads in Bullet Bob Armstrong Memorial Arena tonight.
Now you're putting it lightly. This man rained down with boos. We see a sign here in the front row. Shreddy is, well, not really made himself at home here in the United States. We'll see if he's able to leave here in this next week with that title still in his grasp. Well, folks, it is main event time here in Mobile, Alabama. DCW Synergy. Wait a minute. Jack Passion.
Cut the music, cut the music, cut the music. Gentlemen, before we begin, I just want to remind you real quick, it doesn't matter if it's you, Shreddy, or if it's you, V10 Hansen. By the end of the night, one of you will be the DCW Heavyweight Champion, but the real prize here is earning the right to face none other than Jack Passion. Good luck, gentlemen.
Jack Passion again making his intentions clear. He wants that heavyweight championship.
Well, and the bell has already sounded, so we've eaten up about 45 seconds. Thank you very much, Jack Passion. But I got to tell you here, Carmen, I think what that does more than anything is not just getting into the mind of Andy V10 Hansen, gets in the mind of Shreddy a little bit too. The fact that, I mean, he wasn't able to continue forward with his game plan from the sound of the bell.
Jack Passion just coming in, just throwing a wrench in everyone's plans here. The former best friend of Andy V10 Hansen certainly didn't really associate well with Shreddy earlier tonight. Keep in mind, this is the same man who helped Shreddy win that championship just 2 weeks ago. Shreddy already with some choice words for the fans here in Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We can talk about Jack Passion at a later point in time. We got to talk about Andy V10 Hansen and Shreddy, and it was a shot to the midsection, a spear unlike any other that I've seen. We've seen a lot of spears in professional wrestling. Shreddy being a Jack Stack Daddy, I mean, by logic, that is going to make that a much more impactful spear. Andy Hansen still nursing those wounds of war, if you will. A damaged rib cage heading into tonight, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, as if those damaged ribs weren't enough. Jack Stack Daddy himself is 100% muscle, just absolutely plowing through Andy V10 Hansen with that spear. But if you cast your mind back to our last pay-per-view event, it was those men you just saw right there. It was Crusher Cottrell and Jack Passion who fractured the ribs of Andy V10 Hansen, laying boots to him before he went on and competed in a handicap match later that night. We'll see which one of these men step up to the plate this weekend, live on pay-per-view Friday night as Ante Up II airing exclusively on Apex Media.
Yeah. But it's Shreddy and Andy Hansen going toe-to-toe here tonight. It's Andy Hansen not just fighting for the DCW Heavyweight Championship. He's fighting to keep the title here in Diamond Championship Wrestling. And Shreddy is threatening, saying if he retains here tonight, we have no idea how long it's going to be before we see our prize title again.
If it's up to Shreddy, that title will never return. Andy Hansen into the cover. A lot on the line here, and a kicked out at one. Andy Hansen, as motivated as I've ever seen him. He's been hitting the gym hard these last 2 weeks. I've been seeing in the training videos. certainly been putting in a lot of hard work. He knew he was going to call his shot here. He had his opportunity to cash in for his rematch for the championship, and right now finds himself a little more prepared. Last time we saw these two in action, Andy Hansen only had about an hour of notice before facing off against one of Europe's top competitors. Here tonight, he's had a lot of time to think about it, a lot of time to prepare.
Yeah, certainly so. Andy Hansen wants to walk away with the DCW Heavyweight Championship. I believe it will be for the second time in his career, correct?
Correct.
Yep, and that is certainly a number that Andy Hansen wants to see rise.
Hansen charging in.
Ooh.
Dropped right over the top rope. I think Shreddy may have lured him into that one. Now grabbing a hold of the legs. What does Shreddy have in mind here?
Oh, come on!
Throwing a little insult here to the city of Mobile, Alabama. Of course, shades of Mobile's own Bob Holly.
Oh, yeah, you're certainly right. I'm going to claim that a shot to the lower abdomen area. That is an overshred suplex right there.
Shreddy into the cover. Shreddy going to try to bend the rules as much as he can here in this matchup. Desperate to hold on to that championship. As he now stalks the challenger.
You know, I got to tell you here, Carmen, I think there's a real value, believe it or not, in having a man like Shreddy as DCW Heavyweight Champion, even as deplorable as he can be at times. Shreddy was talking earlier on, a hard impact there. Hold on a minute.
Cover.
Shreddy was talking about not just making appearances on AEW, but making appearances on WWE and TNA as well. You have a DCW Heavyweight Champion that travels the world, and I mean, that's more eyes on Diamond Championship Wrestling, whether you like it or not.
Well, certainly, and if you also factor in his YouTube channel, has a ton of subscribers on the Shreddy Breck channel. Now Shreddy charging in. This is a man, yes, he may give DCW some exposure, but this is a man as selfish as they come. He just wants to be able to take that title elsewhere to defend it, to thus call himself a world champion.
More paydays all over the world for Shreddy. The Jack Stack Daddy, watch it.
Off the middle rope with the elbow. Full impact into the cover. And a lot more intent behind that cover than we saw in the last one.
No doubt about it. There's a sense of urgency the longer that this matchup goes on for Andy Hansen, and the more that Shreddy continues to put the pressure on. You can feel it right now, Carmen.
As confident as Shreddy is, and I think he's realizing right now just the caliber of athlete he's standing in the ring with Andy V10 Hansen. Shreddy showing off that impressive physique. Dropping the elbow one too many times. Andy Hansen had it scouted, but can he capitalize? Shots to the midsection now. Andy Hansen looking to flourish here, looking to recapture that championship gold.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, my God, the strength from Shreddy.
Incredible.
2.
No.
Andy Hansen able to stay in the fight here, but again, you have to question those injured ribs, Walker.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but the longer this match goes on, you're starting to see it worn a little bit more in the face of Shreddy. What is it going to take to put a man like Andy Hansen down? The only thing we know so far is that spear we've yet to see.
We talked about Andy Hansen and his intense training regimen heading into this matchup. Since we last saw Shreddy here at DCW, we talked about the TV outings on TNA, WWE, as well as AEW, but this man also spent a lot of that time training with the likes of Natty Neidhart and Ace Steel. This is a man who's been really on the grind here, looking to level up. And if Shreddy wasn't dangerous enough the last time we saw him, I do believe that we're seeing a much more dangerous version here tonight. Hansen with a reversal. We've seen Hansen able to fire off a little bit of offense, however, unable to really string together any sort of successful offense.
Yeah, right now Andy Hansen trying to turn it around, though. Look at that.
Right to the knee. Shreddy rolling to the outside. Of course, champion's advantage. If Shreddy is counted out, he would walk out of here with the title.
Yeah, I think Shreddy's trying to crawl his way all the way across the pond again.
Hansen looking to bring the fight back in the ring. Of course, for Hansen, he has to defeat Shreddy inside. Wait a minute. Crusher Cottrell. Cottrell out here distracting our official. Not so fast.
No.
Jack Passion.
Oh, come on. Not again. Not again. This is what happened just a few weeks ago.
Oh! Hansen out of the way! A spear to Jack Passion! He's got him! Demolition slam! He's done it!
We have
new champion!
A new DCW Heavyweight Champion!
And the new DCW Heavyweight Champion, Andy V10 Hansen!
The championship back where it belongs here in DCW. The title's going nowhere, folks. And Andy V10 Hansen heading into Ante Up II this Friday live on pay-per-view. Your DCW champion. That's going to do it for us here tonight, folks. Again, quick programming note. Be sure to tune in this Thursday for your next edition of Synergy, your last chance to see us ahead of Ante Up II. On behalf of Walker Stewart, Ivan, Carmen, Michael, we'll see you this Thursday.